I arrived at Tackle Den to pick up some fresh baits. I dipped my net, cradle, and mat, just doing my bit to keep the water, the fish, and future fishing safe, and to help prevent the spread of fish diseases and invasive species. I spent some time looking for signs of fish activity, bubbles, fizzing, rolling, shadows, or colored water. These little clues really help when choosing a swim, as carp never stay in one place for long. I chose this swim because the wind was pushing back into the corner bank. The features and depth made it look like a natural feeding area. Fishing, where the carp actually are, always give the best chance. I loaded up the spom with CC Moore Live Systems mixed bag boosted with 365 liquid and 10 millimeter boilies. The spom is basically a bait delivery service for carp anglers, accurate, efficient, and no tipping required. Fire away! Just 2 casts to the far shallow area by the reeds where the upper layer of water holds a bit more warmth, especially on winter afternoons. To begin with, I chose 2 spots on the left near the corner of the bank, 11 feet and 8 feet deep, and 1 spot on the far right by the reeds, 5 feet deep. One of the bobbins lifted and pulled. Fish on! Unfortunately, it wasn't a carp, but a decent-sized bream. Still, every fish deserves some respect. Meanwhile, the burgers were cooking far too slowly, so I turned the heat up, pressed nothing, flipped once, and stared at them aggressively. That usually helps. Finally, the line screamed, "Fish on again!" Steady pressure. Head up, rod bent. Easy, girl. Playing with this carp for about 10 minutes. Yes, net job! This mirror carp took an 18mm Pro Stim liver wafter, tipped with a fake sweet corn pop-up, plus 4 or 5 Pro Stim liver boilies in a PVA mesh bag. Job done. Weight, 32.7 lb, mirror carp. Beauty! My first winter carp, a moment I won't forget. The bobbin on the far left rod kept dropping and rising. I guessed it is another tench or bream. It turned out to be an 11.6 lbs bream. Back it went to its territorial water. Aspen Lakes is located in Ashton Cairns, near South Cerney in Wiltshire. It's a syndicate lake, the main lake, that I joined around 5 years ago. I usually fish it in late spring, summer, and autumn, so today marked my very first winter carp session here. Bob and Mary set up the fishery in 2005, initially stocking mirror, common, and crucian carp along with tench and bream. 2025 marks the 20th anniversary of Aspen Lake Fishery, which feels quite special. From the early seasons, the owners invested heavily in building a strong stock of specimen coarse fish. There's also a small half-acre day-ticket match lake with around 10 swims, holding some impressive tench and crucian carp. The entire 30-acre site is fenced, including an otter fence, and is managed as a quiet, enclosed fishery within the wider Cotswold Water Park. The owners reshaped the old gravel pit to create a 10-acre island in the middle of the 23-acre main syndicate lake, about 32 swims, linked by a 30-meter bridge. Back in 2005-06, around 100 mirror carp were stocked at 4 to 6 lb, along with tench, crucians, bream, and chub. The owners and bailiffs, Malcolm, Ian, and Andy, often walk around the lake. They always stop for a chat and to see how everyone is doing. Very friendly people and always happy to offer advice. Good morning. Today is December 23rd, not the 22nd. I managed to mix the dates up. Clearly too focused on fishing. Yesterday weather condition was settled but a bit chilly. I walked around the lake and saw two anglers already fishing on other banks. So I felt the water might be a bit pressured, so I decided to fish the opposite side where there were no anglers. Catching a carp was a great start, and it also ticked off my winter challenge, landing a 30-plus lb fish. During the night, the bobbins kept dancing up and down, and I ended up catching 5 bream, ranging from 5 LOB to 11.6 lb. To avoid catching their entire family, I switched to bigger hook baits, moving from 16mm boilies and a 12mm as a snowman shape to 2 18mm boilies on the hair rig. There was clearly a shoal of bream in my swim. On the far right corner, I only spommed twice yesterday and then left it alone, hoping the carp might drift into the warmer, shallow water near the reeds. No bites overnight. Middle rod, 11 wraps into open water, 8 feet deep. No bites overnight. Left rod, 912 wraps, 11 feet deep, fishing a trench-like feature near the corner. I believe bigger carp hold up here when temperatures drop or patrol the channel. This is where I caught yesterday's fish. 6 bites. Let's talk about my rigs. There's some silk weed on the bottom in this swim, especially near the reeds, so I chose a helicopter rig attached with a chod rig. Other 2 rods LU spinner, Ronnie rigs with wafter baits. I used lighter 2/0s leads instead of my usual 3.54/0s to reduce disturbance. The furthest cast was only 13 wraps, so distance wasn't an issue. I used a heli-safe system, so if anything goes wrong, the carp can safely eject the lead and leader. If the line snaps, the lead comes off, the hook link slides free, and the fish isn't left dragging anything heavy. The spinner, Ronnie rig, is one of the most effective carp rigs out there. It hooks quickly, holds well, and is very hard for carp to eject. It works brilliantly over clean bottoms, light weed, or silt. The hook ain't sharp enough, so I am going to replace a new sharper hook now. It is easy to remove the old hook just like that. The forecast tonight is colder, with a northerly wind. Fingers crossed for one more monster before I go. I'll be heading home in a few hours. I still need to do some Christmas shopping for my family. Apparently, fishing gear is not an acceptable gift for everyone. Sadly, it's time to pack up as the temperature is really dropping now. Still, it's been a tremendous journey for me, especially this year with the France trip and British deaf carp angling matches. Hopefully, I'll be back here in early January 2026, not 2027. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you all!